Welcome back to episode 2 of Show Me Everything. Today we're going to go over a new plugin that we're releasing, SetMatt, and James is going to jump on the tools and give us a little demo. And we may share a small secret about something new coming out, which is SetMatt Plus, which we almost said in synchronism. Let's go into SetMatt.
Okay, creating mats in After Effects is a bit of a pain. I have a very simple example here, and I want the text to transition in. We can't use a mask because the mask will travel with the text, so we would have to animate that independently, which would be annoying. We'll create a solid. Let's do it with that. And I want the solid to be exactly the right size, so we have to...
This is what you'd normally have to do if you wanted to add a matte to it.
Yes, very tedious, and now you've got an additional layer, the matte layer, for every text layer that you want to matte to.
So if you had 20 or 30 elements of text, you're then looking at least one more layer per text layer, so you're looking at 60 layers.
That's too many
Timeline
layers.
gets very busy. It's like the highway at peak hour.
I've got my text matte here, and now we're alpha matting to it, so...
It's another step.
Yep, that extra click, all the difference.
If I was keeping a click count, we're at like 1,000 already.
A lot of clicks.
A lot of clicks.
So that's annoying, and we want to simplify that. In comes SetMatt. And what we do is, just to show you guys what it's doing, we'll enable the visual guide. So at its default, it's matting to the entire comp, but we want to matte just to the text, so it snaps conveniently instead of having to resize your matte perfectly.
Wow. And we haven't even clicked anything yet.
Well, that was technically one.
Doesn't count.
Okay. We should add a sound effect like that trumpet that you did when we hit set matte position, so that it plays
every time. Can we do that?
I don't know how, but we should look into it.
We can look into it. Okay.
So that was technically one click, but it doesn't count, and then we're done. We also have heaps of other features. You can add expansion to it. If you want it a bit bigger, you can add roundness.
And you could technically, if you wanted, have the matte be perfectly sized for the words, and then if you wanted on your out animation, if for some reason you wanted the words to exit slightly lower, you could expand. You could keyframe that expansion.
Yes,
is that right?
Every single parameter here is keyframeable. Okay. So if the text moves, you can keyframe the matte to travel with it, or you could simply disable the matte and re-enable it when it reaches its destination. And you can change all these settings here, keyframeable, and we also have a feather if you wanted a soft edge.
So it could come in on a hard edge, and then you could keyframe the soft edge to be enabled, and then it could exit on a soft edge.
Infinite possibilities.
Whoa!
And what we also have is a transform tab, which you can transform your layer however you please. And the reason I like this is because I'm currently using an ease and whiz expression to move this into place. But the problem is you can't apply a different expression to the in and out unless you use their preset ones. But I don't want these preset ones, I want my own one.
It's very selfish of you, isn't it?
I just want what I want, Digby, and
don't argue with this guy.
Ease and whiz doesn't let me. So what we could do is we could transition this out our own way using this. Just drag that. I think I'll end up making these percentage based. You can just drag the slider to -100 because this is pixel based at the moment. And then we could apply an in out or whatever different easing we wanted for the transition out. And another cool feature that we have is if your text is rotated, say let's say 45 degrees, and you set the matte, it will snap to the rotated or oriented version. And the last cool feature that we have is it works on pre-comps. So we'll just turn on the visual guide and set the matte position, and we can make it round. And there we go, it works on pre-comps.
And next we want to, before we head off for today, let you guys know a little secret called, James and I have been rehearsing this, SetMatt Plus. I think you were just supposed to comment on plus.
Yeah, my fault.
Okay. SetMatt Plus. There we go.
And the reason it's called that is because it's literally a copy of the SetMatt effect, except plus it's better.
Twice as good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if I have a red solid and I want to matte it to the green solid,
what do you do?
I can use this track matte here, but if I have 200 red solids, they can't all alpha matte, they can't gangbang that one green solid. So
Everyone was thinking it, you just said it.
So we could have a copy of this green solid for each one, then they'd all need to be staggered.
It's too many layers, James.
Too many cooks will spoil the broth.
Uh-huh.
So what can we do? We have to use the SetMatt effect, which is like absolute last resort. We've got to use SetMatt. So we set matte to the green solid here, but the problem is if we move the green solid, it does not acknowledge that it's moved, which is a pain in the ass because your matte is very likely to be transforming, animating. You can hack around that by adding a transform effect to the green solid or your matte, and then you have to set it to effects and mask, and that's just new in 2017, I think. Even previous versions don't have it, and now you can move the matte around and it'll acknowledge that. But that's really awkward because you've got to drag these sliders. It's just way easier to drag the layer itself or animate it itself. So this is the worst case scenario. We want to avoid that as much as possible. So let's introduce, it's actually just called Skeleton Smart at the moment, but we'll be renaming it to SetMatt Plus. And we can take the matte from that green solid and we can simply move the green solid, and it just works like that. You don't need to add a distort effect. You can just move it as you please.
I feel like we could sell products on like Danos Direct or like Morning TV, you know? No longer do you need to add 6 matte layers. You just have one click of the button and SetMatt Plus will get you there all the way. But isn't that right, James?
They always offer you like, call within the next 10 minutes.
Yeah.
They'll give you 2 copies of the same plugin, but you don't need 2 copies.
You don't need 2 copies. If you guys call in the next 10 minutes, we'll give everyone 1 free copy of this non-existent plugin.
Well,
never.
It exists, but it's extreme beta, and it's gonna crash your computer.
Yeah, so we're gonna hustle a little bit further, but it will be out for release later this month, which is February, or in the start of March.
Yes, that is correct.
I am full of correct facts.
Right you are, Digby.
Thank you, James. Well, that's it. We've demo effect matte, which we've had a look at. So if you've got any questions, please post or comment, let us know.
Or feature requests. If anything could be done better, which it can't be because we're perfect.
100% correct, so you can just not comment at all.
We'll
be looking to release that at the end of this month on aescripts, so watch out for that. And we've just taken you through SetMatt Plus, which is looking to come out at the end of February / into the start of March, which will also be on aescripts, our preferred supplier, aescripts.com. Thanks, Lloyd.
How much will he pay us for that?
I don't think Lloyd's going to pay us shit for that. But that's it for episode 2 of Show Me Everything, which we've shown you a few things.
But not everything.
So
we've still got heaps more plugins that we haven't shown you, so keep tuning in.
Well, that's why we didn't call the company Plugin a few things. It's called Plugin Everything.
Plugin most things.
Plugin most of the things. Okay, well, wherever you are, have a great day. Make sure you subscribe to our newsletter on our website, comment, share, all of the social media greatness. Our Instagram is always full of good stuff. And if you sign up to the newsletter, we also release free versions of some of our plugins. Anything else?
No, that's it.
As James always says, buy our plugins. Buy them all.